What do I offer that the buyers can't get if they're not working with me? They can only get it by working with me. If you don't have an answer to that, you've been replaced. You've been replaced by Redfin. You've been replaced by Nextdoor. You've been replaced by all these we'll buy your house for cash companies. You've been replaced by the internet because there's no reason to use you in lieu of all other options. So, you might be asking yourself, how does getting one buyer create 5 additional listings for yourself? Well, I actually got an email from an agent here this morning that utilizes our system here and wanted to talk about, I got one lead from a simple Facebook ad. He was buying a house, but I was able to get 5 listings off of this and, of course, sold that buyer a house as well. Let me show you what I mean by this. So the biggest problem for a lot of real estate agents that I talk to is the buyers aren't very receptive to buyer agency anymore. They want to deal with the listing agent. They're not in a big hurry. They tell you, no, we're looking on our own. Here's why. Because they can run a search without you. They don't need you anymore. Thanks to Realtor.com and Zillow and all of the IDX links, they have access to the MLS. They truly don't need us for any of that stuff anymore. And the way they look at it, they can negotiate on their own better than you can negotiate for them, because frankly, they could negotiate us out of the deal and save at least 2%, right? So $300,000 home, that saves them $6,000. They're already at $294 before they even negotiate with the seller, right? So anyway, let's talk a little bit about how you can generate one buyer lead and get yourself 5 listings from it. If you're not familiar with me, I'm Greg Luther. You can get some details on me at gregluthercoaching.com. We coach about 30,000 realtors all over the country. And I want to show you today a very simple approach to generating some quick buyer leads by having a real offer. One thing a lot of agents struggle with is, what do I offer to the buyers that they can't get anywhere else? So that is our topic here. How do we provide something they can't get anywhere else? They can already run a search without us. They can already call the listing agents, go look at houses. Heck, financing is like click a button now and you'll have 10 people that reply to give you a home mortgage and they'll fight over you, that type of thing. So what we've done is we've said, you know what? We can actually provide a dream home finder program. What's a dream home finder program? Look, the type of home that you're looking for as a home buyer, it doesn't exist online because the nice houses never make it to the internet. You probably already know Realtor.com and some of those are 2 days, 3 days, 5 days behind, and you know that the best deals are gone in a matter of hours. What we can do as a buyer's agent, we can actually find you unlisted properties that are an exact match for what you're looking for. So inside my coaching program, we have like the little ads that we run. You can run them for like $2 a day. Heck, you can run them for free on Facebook Marketplace. But this is getting the buyers because it basically is like, look, fax a letter to Santa Claus saying this is the perfect house for you. I want it to be 4 bedrooms. It has to have a fenced yard. It's got to be in this school district. I want it to be built in 1995 or newer. It's got to have a first floor master. As much as you can describe a house, my company will go out and invest in marketing to find unlisted houses, even clear down to the neighborhood that you're interested in. Imagine that's what your offer was. If you could tell the buyers, look, my company will invest money in marketing to find you a home in Johansson Estates. If that's where you want to live, we actually have a marketing piece that we will send out on your behalf that says, we've got a buyer looking in this area. They'll give you ample time to move out, to give you time to find another place to move to, and they'll give you full market value. We're not trying to get your listing. We literally have a buyer that wants to buy in your area. If you've considered selling, now's the time to get top dollar. That marketing piece works so well that we get multiple people calling. So we tell the buyers, look, you tell me what you want, like faxing a letter to Santa Claus. You tell me what you want, where you'd like to live. We will find you unlisted houses that match your criteria. Now, let's throw out the marketing side for a second. I want to talk to you agent to agent. If this works, if you do this and you sell a, let's say for round numbers, a $300,000 home, how much money will you get when that buyer buys a $300,000 home? Tell me approximately what your commission would be. $18,000 because you have the buyer and the seller, right? So now you're not dealing with other agents. You control both sides of the transaction. It's not even on the MLS. You get both sides of the deal because you've become the matchmaker. You've told the buyer, I want to find you your dream home. and you've then sent out that marketing piece to the neighborhood, and you get 4, 5, 6, 7 people that reply and say, do you really have a buyer, or is this some kind of sales scam? No, we really have a buyer. We'll bring them over. I don't even want your listing. So here's the advantage with this. That buyer can only buy one house, but you now have 5 or 6 or 7 different sellers that are looking to sell in that area. It's just this buyer, that wasn't a perfect house for this buyer. So maybe we can help them with finding their next home and ultimately list their property to find the right buyer for that house, right? So the agent I spoke to this morning, her name's Pat, she said, in getting that one buyer lead, she offered the Dream Home Finder. She mailed out that marketing piece, ended up with 8 people that replied and said, do you really have a buyer? Yeah, I'm thinking about selling. We're not in a big hurry, but if we can get our price. She ended up getting 5 listings off of this. So the buyer bought one of them, which gave her 2 transactions, and then, of course, 4 more listings from those people that were ready to move now. So buyers actually get you listings. You've probably heard before, you got to list to last. If you get listings, you're naturally going to get buyers. That's because you're no good at marketing. If you're good at marketing, you understand you've got a better offer for the buyers, and that's going to get you listings. I teach this at closingseverymonth.com. We do a Wednesday training where I show you 4 different approaches that you can use. Not just Dream Home Finder, but 4 different approaches that you can utilize to use totally free marketing and very low-cost marketing to get yourself some closings. So again, you can get that at closingseverymonth.com. And that Dream Home Finder is one very, very good program. I want you to think to yourself here today, what do I offer that the buyers can't get if they're not working with me? They can only get it by working with me. If you don't have an answer to that, you've been replaced. You've been replaced by Redfin. You've been replaced by Nextdoor. You've been replaced by all these we'll buy your house for cash companies. You've been replaced by the internet because there's no reason to use you in lieu of all other options. So when you're thinking about the buyers that you want to work with, you can't say, oh, well, I can run a search for you. I can represent your best interest. If you tell me what you're looking for, I can look on my magic little system. They can do all that stuff without you. You have to have a good offer. Dream Home Finder makes it happen. We can tell them, look, are you tired of looking around online? You're not finding what you're looking for? That's because the good houses never make it online. Would you like to get priority access to unlisted homes that match exactly what you're looking for? If I find you 4 or 5 homes in the neighborhood that you're interested in, when we get over there won't be a sign in the yard. There's no link that I can email to you. These are unlisted houses. We will be meeting the seller in person. Their dog might be there. And we're going to be looking at an unlisted home. You tell me where you want to live, the type of home you want, the style of home you want, the 1 story, 2 stories, I need a pool, I need a fenced yard. I will find those properties for you, and my company will invest our own money to find that for you as our buyer. Now, of course, the buyers are going to say, well, why would you do that? Why would your company invest up to $2,000 in marketing to find me the house? Because if we find the perfect house, we get a commission. And would you agree that we've earned it if we find you an unlisted property that you can't find any other way? So think about offering the Dream Home Finder in your market. I think you'll find it will be very, very valuable. Obviously, you've got to have the tools, the sales letters, the things that make this work. But this is a good offer that will get the buyers to work with you. They'll be willing to meet you face to face. I know what your problem's been with lead generation. It's that you can't get the people to meet with you. It's like they don't exist after you get the lead. That's because the offer sucks. If you can increase your offer, if you have a better offer that they have a rabid response for, you're going to meet a lot more buyers and do a better job for them. And you know what I like about it? We get both sides of the transaction as well as additional listings. Dream Home Finder is a really cool way to do that. We talk about this and 4 other approaches at closingseverymonth.com. Register for that Wednesday training. I think you're going to find it to be very valuable for yourself. I always try to give you as much value as possible here. Really get you thinking, what's going on with your mind right now as far as where your business is, what you offer to the general public. Is there really a reason for a buyer to use you instead of using the RE/MAX guy or the Keller Williams guy or the Century 21 guy or their brother who's a realtor? Is there really a reason to use you other than you care about their business and you'll represent their best interest? All the things that the RE/MAX and the Keller Williams and the Century 21 that every single agent says? Is there a reason to use you? If not, you better get one or you're not going to make it in this business. That's the reason you're not closing enough business, because your offer sucks. if we can increase that offer, if we can have something that they are magnetically attracted to, you're going to do much, much better in your business. Check it out, closingseverymonth.com. I'm Greg Luther. You can find me, gregluthercoaching.com. If this is helpful for you, by the way, like this video right here. Just click the like button. I think you'll find that some of the videos and trainings and systems, and many of you know I give out lots of free information. I'll email you some of the info that you can use in your own business. You'll find it helpful if you're following our page. Hopefully that's been helpful. We'll plan on talking to you soon. I'm Greg Luther. Go out there and sell some houses. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye for now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and listen, we've got a lot more information for you to help you with growing your real estate business. We load new videos nearly every day, and I want you to have access. So you got to do two important things. It's both totally free. Number one, I want you to subscribe to this channel. You'll see the little subscribe button for you to click. If you don't have an account with YouTube, set it up. It's totally free. You got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important factor, you got to ring the bell. Right next to that subscribe button, you'll see a little bell to turn on notifications. That will let you know every time I load a new money-making video to help you with growing your real estate business. Subscribe and make sure you ring the bell. We'll see you in the next video.